Hi everyone. I know it's been a while, so I just kind of wanted to come up on here and do a quick video. So it's been about 5 weeks since Willow passed away. A lot has happened, and this video is just pretty much going to be a two-part video, and I'm just going to explain everything that's going on that has happened to kind of keep you guys up to date what's next for me and Josh as far as trying to have another baby or not. So let's start it off with our results. So we did a series of different results, different testing on Willow when we did the amniotic fluid. And so we did just the general test that they'd normally do, I guess. That came back with nothing. It was normal. Then they went ahead and proceeded with the X-chrome, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Done the sequence test of all of the oh my goodness, all of the chromosomes and genetic stuff. So that was like the biggest test they can run, and it cost us a little bit of money to do it, and it took the longest to get back. So it took 12 weeks for our test results to come back. And within that 12 weeks, we already had delivered Willow at that point. So we actually got those results within 24 hours of getting the autopsy results. So I really regret allowing an autopsy to be done, only because they found nothing. They found nothing. Oof. And that to me is heartbreaking, that they cut my daughter open and did whatever they did, and they found nothing. It came back with her having all her organs were healthy, and the only thing that they had found was that she had the hydrops, which we knew, which was filled, fluid in her lungs cavity, like where the chest cavity, and she had the fluid within her skin, the edema in her skin. She also had the cystic hygromas growing. When she was born, she had one like right under her arm. Like it was like, so when she was born, her arm was up like this. And so the hygroma, you could tell it went from her arm down to her side of her chest. And she also had the edema built up on her head. And they found also something that this was not found, but apparently she had a mass growing on her, what is it called? Not her spine. Is it her spine? Maybe it's her spine. I don't know. I forget. It's been a while. So they did find a growth somewhere on her spleen. That's what it is. Her spleen. So she did have a lot of stuff going on with her, but all her organs were there, because I know there was a question whether they were going to be there or not. They were being developed, but they were. The only thing is, I was 22 weeks pregnant when I had her, and she was only measuring all her organs of her body. Everything was measuring at 16 weeks. So that was heartbreaking, because we do know that she had a heartbeat the whole time past 16 weeks. So that was hard to see, that she was only, because it was on paper that her gestational age was only at 16 weeks. So autopsy came up, everything, nothing out of the ordinary except for that one issue on the spleen. And then when we got the X chrome results, the big spectrum that it did, they found no abnormalities, no chromosomal issues, no genetic issues. I mean, they're testing her DNA, and her DNA is made up of me and Josh. So, I mean, it's heartbreaking to know that no one knows what happened to my daughter and why I don't have her with me. And the only answers they can give me is that it was environmental. So, like, it's hard to know that no one knows what's wrong with her, why she developed all these issues, and if it's going to happen again, if it's genetic for me and Josh. Like, have we had all these losses because genetically together we can't make a healthy child? I mean, I don't know. So we, at the end of all of this, all the pain and everything, it was all nothing. Like, it was a fluke. Like, it happened, and there's no reason for it or why. And I think that is the hardest pill to swallow. And I think that among my delivery, what happened during my delivery, I'm struggling with the most. Because I feel like you can't give me answers on why my daughter is not here with me still. And why I would not be still growing and watching her grow and delivering her a normal delivery in December. Like, it's friggin' heartbreaking. Like, I try to keep my composure as much as I can, and it's hard. I don't wish this on anybody, but I just wanted to give you guys those answers, for those of you that have been following my journey. So everything came back normal. I'm just all over the place. My emotions. I'll be like talking to you right now and I'll be completely sidetracked, and that is not normal for me. So I guess that brings me up to my next topic, postpartum depression. I went for my postpartum visit and I was diagnosed with postpartum depression. Shocker. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you. But they give you paperwork to fill out during your postpartum visit, and apparently it's graded, and your responses have certain points to it, I guess. And out of 25 points, I got 22. So she said that I need to go see somebody, go talk to somebody. I mean, talking to you guys are great. It does help a lot. So I do apologize if sometimes I just ramble on. For those of you that actually watch my full videos, I do appreciate it, because I feel like I do need to talk to somebody, but sometimes I don't want to talk to somebody. And this, to me, is like talking to myself. And it helps. So I was diagnosed with postpartum depression. And I get it now, why. And I'm not mad at it. And it's a part of my life that I have to go through right now. And another thing to add to work through and get through on top of everything else. I am trying to do the best I can emotionally when it comes to Johanna and Josh. I'm still trying to be as positive and present as possible, which is not easy to be present when an 11-year-old is just chit-chatting in your face. And it is hard. I am not gonna lie. I love her, and I love listening to her, and we have great conversations. But sometimes it is really hard, because sometimes I just don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to get out of bed. I will be having a conversation and just wander. My mind will just wander, and like, I hope they don't ask me a question because I might not be able to answer because I don't know what the hell they just said. I do that a lot with Josh, I've noticed. Even something as simple as watching TV. I mean, it doesn't help that I feel like I have a little memorial inside my house, and it's heartbreaking to look at. And I feel like if I take it down, it would be dishonoring her, because she is very much part of this family, even though she's not here. Sometimes I catch myself talking to her, like saying good morning and things of that nature. I think I want to put her in a cremation cemetery, but I struggling with that choice too. So I think it's just really hard. Like, it's just hard. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, the feeling, the emotions, not having your siblings around. I mean, that's not helpful. I mean, I'm very grateful with my sister-in-law that I have, that during this hard time, I've really connected with her. But it's hard when your own siblings don't want anything to do with you, especially during something like this, when you feel like you need them the most. But I mean, at the end of the day, I can't dwell on it, and I have to move forward and just be grateful for those of them that are in my life. So I don't think Josh really completely understands, because I have him, and he's been great. Surprisingly, he's been really wonderful, most days. I mean, we're still a married couple, you know, we still go through our issues, but nothing like we used to. Nothing. It's just different now, and it's crazy how different it is. But I wanted to show you guys the little thing I had set up in my living room for Willow, and why it's so hard for me just to sit in the living room. That's where I am right now. I'm sitting in the living room. I was folding laundry, and I was like, you know what? Let me just make a quick video. So let me show you that. And then I am going to end this video, you guys, and do it the part 2, because I want to tell you what is next and what is in store for me and Josh and my family, and even potentially growing my family, whether we're going to continue after such a devastating loss or if we're going to stop. So that would be next, you guys. So let me show you. In my eyes is my beautiful willow wall. That's what Johanna calls it, the willow wall. So I'm going to call it that too. Okay. So this is it. This is something that my coworkers got for me and mailed it to me. Celebration of life. There was other things that came in with it. And then another coworker got me this candle with some beautiful flowers to plant for next year. This is Willow's urn. Apparently she's in this box, but she's inside of another urn inside of this box. And we had that put on it. So she's actually sparkly on the top. I hope you guys can see. And then my parents were amazing and put this on canvas, which is one of my favorite photos of us in black and white, because you can really, in my opinion, really see our pain, as awful as that sounds, but I think that makes such a beautiful photo. And then this flower, which I feel like I'm always killing, but it says put 2 ice cubes, so I do. My aunt gave me that. And then we got these bracelets right here that I showed you guys previously in another video. This one, this small heart, Johanna has one as well. And then I have one that I'm actually not wearing it because I just got out of the shower. But I have one that has two little hearts. And then this is the Affinity with the heart that I gave to Willow. And I have one as well as her mom. Just let her know that our love is, forever. And then this is, since she was born in August, with her birthstone. It is actually a piggy bank, but we are just using it as Willow's little holder for her bracelets since they couldn't go with her. So that is my Willow wall. I did have more stuff to it. Like, I had her birth certificate up there, and I kind of feel like it was too much, so I just took it down. I feel like this is just beautiful to me and sad at the same time. But this is our Willow wall. So until next time, you guys, I will talk to you later.